Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will be talking about a potential matchup between Daniel Cormier and Yoel Romero. The reason I'm talking about this matchup is because Yoel Romero called out Cormier after Cormier's win over heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic, which makes Daniel Cormier a two-divisional champion now. This isn't the first time that Yoel Romero has showed interest in this fight between him and Daniel Cormier, but it makes much less sense than it has ever made before at this current point. Yoel Romero basically wants to jump up a weight division and get a title shot, which would already have been unwarranted if Cormier was only just the light heavyweight champion. But now that he's a two-divisional champion, it makes even less sense than it has ever made before. So what has Yoel done to warrant this shot? I know Yoel has all the skills to make this a dangerous challenge and make it be a dangerous challenge for Cormier, but he certainly hasn't earned it. He's 0-2 against middleweight champion Robert Whittaker. He has no UFC titles. He failed to make weight twice in two different title fights. But he does have an impressive record with wins over UFC champions. But he has no track record in the UFC's light heavyweight division. He might have had some wins in Strikeforce's light heavyweight division, but in the UFC's light heavyweight division, he has done nothing. And as far as this, how he's trying to get this shot, his manager Malikawa tried to work the angle that Yoel Romero is the best fighter to never hold a UFC title. But that may sound good in your head, but when you actually think about it, that makes you even less marketable, and the matchup even less marketable. So basically, you are boasting about not being able to win the big one and being the best number two guy. Being the best number two guy has never earned anyone anything outside of respect. So that's not nearly enough to earn yourself a title shot. Then another thing is, it's not like Yoel Romero is he's not a huge draw. He might draw in a lot of fans, he might draw in this, but he's not drawing big pay-per-view numbers to really warrant the shot. He's no Chael Sonnen, Conor McGregor, or Brock Lesnar. So that angle he's trying to work is pretty poor. And there are some good angles he could work, but I don't think any are sufficient enough to really warrant a Daniel Cormier title shot. Unless Daniel Cormier is just feeling generous, which he is not. And he basically said, you can't lose in a middleweight title fight and get a title fight up a division. Which is true unless you can market yourself as well as Chael Sonnen, which Yoel Romero simply can't. So now, as far as how the fighters match up, Yoel Romero might be a worse style matchup for Cormier than Stipe was, given the speed advantage he'll likely have, Yoel's power and explosiveness, his world-class legendary wrestling pedigree. They are roughly the same height, maybe not the overall size, but they look like the same height, and obviously weight classes this, so they're fighting at 205, so it's not like DC he's gonna be fighting 270 pound or something Cormier. He'll be fighting a Cormier that was able to cut 205, so roughly the same size, same height, and all that stuff. And more things. I think Yoel Romero will see Daniel Cormier's tendencies to dip his head and is an opportunity to land a flying knee, which pretty much Romero is probably one of the best people at that, one of the best people at timing in UFC right now, in MMA history. So he's real good at timing and being explosive and seeing opportunities and taking advantage of them in the blink of an eye. Their wrestling will mostly cancel one another out. Maybe Yoel will have the advantage early, with DC having the advantage in the later rounds. Also, we don't know how Yoel Romero will look up at 205. Will he have even more power and cardio than he did at 185? I know he'll have a huge speed, he'll have a huge speed advantage. It'll be noticeable, and he won't have to give up a huge size advantage against Cormier like he would with a lot of other light heavyweights who are like 6'5" and 6'6", 6'4", longer and rangier. Cormier and him have pretty much the same range and they're around the same height. Maybe someone's like half inch taller, maybe somebody's half inch shorter. They're roughly the same height. But all in all, I think Yoel has to earn that shot, maybe with a win. Not even a win. Like I say, he has to win a fight in the top 10 first, then win a number one contender fight. Then he'll have earned that shot at the light heavyweight title. Nothing given. He'll have to earn it. 2 fights. That's not too much to ask for. Win 2 fights, win them impressively, and he gets the shot. But that's about all I got to say. That concludes this video. Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and come back for more videos. Peace.